Good morning and welcome to Our Chicago. I'm Stacey Baca. 2 years ago, the Chicago Community Trust and United Way of Metro Chicago launched the Chicago Community COVID-19 Response Fund. The goal, raising money for nonprofits providing emergency services to people most impacted by the pandemic. $35 million went to more than 400 organizations. Well, now the focus has shifted to recovery. My guest this morning, Gloria Castillo, the director of We Rise Together. That's an initiative of the Chicago Community Trust, and Sean Garrett, the president and CEO of the United Way of Metro Chicago. We're talking about recovery efforts in Chicago's Black and Latinx neighborhoods that were hardest hit by the pandemic. So welcome to both of you. COVID had such a tremendous impact on Chicago's Black and Latinx neighborhoods. With your help, what's the situation like right now? Gloria, go ahead and get us started.
Well, before the pandemic, we already had a huge racial and ethnic wealth gap, and that was something that the Chicago Community Trust focused on in terms of a long-term goal. Unemployment for Blacks was twice as that of whites, 1.5 times that of Latinx. So private investment was lacking, health outcomes, food insecurity, widely divergent. So what we knew going into the pandemic was that we had real gaps that needed to be addressed. Coming out of the pandemic, we know that those gaps have been exacerbated, they've been widened, and we need to focus on an economic recovery that's equitable and will strengthen our neighborhoods and our communities. So we've given real focus to those neighborhoods.
What's important now? I know that you're talking about this overarching theme of moving forward. Give me a couple of examples, both of you, just to kind of show us what is being done. Sean?
Yeah, so we believe that neighborhoods are the heartbeat of our city, right? And so by focusing neighborhood by neighborhood, we have opportunities to impact people all across the region. And what we're excited about is neighborhoods have embraced that. They've created plans, they've created coalitions, they've brought in resources to help bring their plans to life. So one example that we're very proud of, I know Gloria and team have been a part of this as well, is in Auburn Gresham. Right along the 79th Street corridor, they're taking a building that was vacant for more than 40 years. They're turning it into a healthcare hub that will have a bank, it will have a cafe. It'll be a part of bringing vibrancy back to a major corridor in our city that's all driven by the community itself. Just down the street, there's a great local coffee shop that's run by the neighborhood itself. Down the street from them is a new biodigester. It's a place that's taking food waste and turning it into a gas byproduct that's for green energy. More importantly, it's bringing jobs. All of these are things that have taken place over the last 2 years because of the community energy and drive and leadership. And we've been really proud to stand by these incredible partners as they brought a plan to life in ways that, frankly, are hard to imagine 2-3 years ago. But today, you're seeing those signs of progress, which have been really exciting.
Wow, you're talking about just something coming to fruition there from the ground up. Love it. Gloria, how important is it that the money you're distributing goes to organizations in the neighborhoods that are right there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's critical that we are not only in the neighborhoods, but of the neighborhoods. As Sean expressed, there are a lot of assets in these neighborhoods. There are buildings that can be repurposed. And the community, people in the community know what is good for them. They know the amenities they need. They know the services that they need. And we kind of have a mantra that we really listen to and believe in and invest in people and communities. And that's really the key, because once we start listening to communities and we really invest there, we will attract other capital to those communities. That's how we can make this region really a thriving region. You look at this city, it is roughly 2/3 Black and Latinx. So the more we infuse capital and energy and resources into these communities, the better it is for everyone, because we all thrive when these communities do better.
Sean, the Neighborhood Network Initiative recently expanded into 3 additional communities, Englewood, Garfield Park, and Far South as well. So tell us how that came about and what's going on with that initiative right now.
Yeah, so during the pandemic, we saw that neighborhoods where we had helped partner with for the last 10 years had an infrastructure that would allow them to respond and respond quickly. They were the ones that were setting up pop-up food pantries all throughout the community to say, we're here for you. They were the ones who were trusted by neighbors in a time when, if you remember, we were told not to go outside, don't interact with anyone, or how are you gonna get food? How are you gonna be able to pay your bills? Our partners in these neighborhood networks were trusted and were able to get resources in the hands of families. And so during the pandemic, we began to have conversations with other communities and other neighborhoods to say, what other opportunities might there be? And then we were so lucky to receive an investment from Mackenzie Scott, who really helped kind of galvanize and inspire other donors to come to the table and say, could we do what currently existed in 10 neighborhoods? Could we do it in more? And that allowed us to create partnerships with new neighborhoods that already have put together plans, are already built out coalitions, and we're frankly just looking for support and resources to help bring those plans to life.
Sean Garrett, President and CEO of the United Way of Metro Chicago, and Gloria Castillo as well, Director of We Rise Together. Just thank you. So great to get an update and see how things are improving out there as well. Thank you both.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.